Okay, welcome to Open Culture. We're sitting here with the legendary Exene Cervenka. I'd like you to say hi to my fans.
Hi, everybody.
So, Exene, why don't you just tell my fans a little bit about yourself?
A little bit would be so long, because even a little bit's long. But, well, my name is Exene Cervenka, and I'm in a lot of bands, and I do a lot of things. I think a lot. I play music. I write. And in the band X mostly. People know me from that.
So also you do collages, some art too?
I do a lot of art. I love doing art.
Because it made me think when you were like talking about the anonymous thing, that was almost like flashing me into one of your collage pieces.
Yes, well, you know, anonymous is the name that I use when people author poems and they don't know who wrote them originally. And that's what anonymous means to me. Like, roses are red, violets are blue. If you don't believe me, then I don't want to say anything bad about you. And that would be written by anonymous, and that's what we were referring to.
So you've always had a strong connection between poetry and like what they're calling now roots music. Maybe you could explain a little bit how you came to that.
I think that all the arts are the same. I really do. I think that it's like people. What we have in common is so much more substantial and so much more broad than what we have that's different. Painting and collage and dance and music and filmmaking all elicit the same response and all elicit the same feeling in the creator, and it's born from the same desires. You know, sometimes maybe you're a little narcissistic, you want some applause. Sometimes you're just, you know, eccentric and you're just into making art and you don't think about anything else, whatever. There's a spectrum, of course, but I think what unifies us always is better, is more important and bigger. So I don't know, the arts are all the same to me. I try to flow from one end to the other.
What's interesting too though, a lot of time it comes up in your work, unified, like you see like your work of bringing people together and making a community.
I think community is the key to everything. I think young children should be raised in that spirit and also in the spirit of conflict resolution. Children are not raised to understand conflict resolution. From an early age, they need to know that. They need to work out their problems with adult supervision and go, all right, now how do you work out this problem? And they can't work it out, and then they get into those virtual reality games, and then we all go to hell. That's the progress there.
So you see the culture kind of drifting into an alienation?
I think
you know, it's like getting more and more beyond it.
I think it's more like catatonia, brainwashed catatonics is pretty much what I'm seeing, and I'm also seeing this fantastic trend in young people towards waking up. A lot of new people on the planet doing things that other people haven't done yet, and they're thinking ahead, and they're actually smiling through the fear, because fear is what they feed on, and so we can't be afraid. And so when I see that in young people, it really makes me excited, because I didn't know when I would be 55 how it would feel when I was the 20-year-old revolutionary girl, you know. And I would see the 55-year-olds going, "Wow, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I did it too when I was, you know, your age, and you keep going." And these are people that fought through when gay was illegal, and not that it isn't. But you know what I mean? These are people that lived through the 60s and the 50s, where, you know, pot was a prison sentence, and gay was prison sentence, and everything was bad, and black was not allowed, and, you know. So I don't know.
So this kind of fits into also like how you're having the Unheard Music opened up your show.
Yeah, but what it is like when you are older, you see that again, and you wait. We've waited a long time to see a generation do that, because a lot of people skipped. They skipped out on their duties as young people, man, for a couple of generations there. I think it's because the Clinton years lulled everybody into a false sense of security. Definitely. Everybody's making money in the stock market. Everybody's doing good. Blah blah blah. No debt. Clinton, Democrat in the White House, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh man.
Well, it's interesting back to those times too, like you and
NAFTA.
John.
He brought us
you're writing Country at War.
Yeah.
It's interesting that like seems like you were aware of that, you and John and the group.
Well, John wrote Country at War.
But you also have that playing the song about the F-15's meaning in the night.
Oh, that solo song?
I find that like a really like beautiful love song.
I can't remember exactly the lyric to that, but as it was a while ago. But
it's that nice contrast that you get too. Like it's like a love song, but you're talking about F-14's meaning in the night.
Yes, that was arms are for hugging.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think New World and Bad Thoughts do that. And you know, one time.
Exactly.
Thanks again. Thanks to a whole lot of bands that played before us, like a long time ago before us, like the Ramones and the Del Fuegos, and other people we've never played with. They couldn't be here tonight. And here's the song for putting up a good fight. What's that?
Can you play Diverger's Back?
No, we can't, I'm sorry.
What?
But this is almost exactly like that song. I swear. Here's a song for putting up a good fight. Well, never be walking down the road and waiting, hurry up, but I'm waiting for you. I must go slow, I must not think bad thoughts. When is this war coming to? Both sides are right, but both sides better on the bottom. Why can't they? I must not think bad thoughts. I must not think bad thoughts. I must not think bad thoughts. The Civil War and the uncivilized war, conflagration, sleep out of every know, and most don't think I'm lost. When is this world coming to? Both sides are right, but both sides murder. I give up. Why can't they?
Someone, a writer, a rock writer kind of person, you know, journalist, said a criticism of me, and it's the only one that I've ever taken in so deeply. And it was this: it said, her political songs are great, and her love songs are great, but she'd be really great if she could figure out a way to make them all work together so that, you know, it was combined and not separated.
Right.
And I did that with the New World, or I Must Not Think Bad Thoughts, but I understood that comment was that, you know, there's synergy. There is no divorcing reality from reality, if there is such a thing as reality, but I don't even know about that anymore. No, but I think that, you know, love and politics, you know, I mean, love behind the barricades, you know.
Which it seems that's definitely been a long time theme of yours, yet on your like two most recent like solo albums, you've explored deeply the issues and conflicts of love.
Well, the last record was the record I always wanted to make, and I'm really happy with that, and I can stop now. It was the love record I wanted to make, because when I was really tiny, like before I was even in school, our entertainment at home was, there were like 3 black and white stations and a car radio, which was of course only AM then. We had 2 records, a Dinah Washington and a Ray Charles and a hi-fi, and that was my entertainment center. I'd get in the car with my dad to go anywhere he would go. Liquor store, not liquor store, we didn't have a liquor store. There was only a little market. There was like an old 5 and dime. I hate to say that, it was like a dry goods store. It had a wooden sidewalk. Penny candy. I'm talking old.
Exactly.
Or the bar, the tavern. And so I would go with him, or train station, but it was only a little drive. But I would listen to the radio, and I realized that every song on the radio was about love. Every fucking song was about love. And it was so weird, because I was like, my favorite song when I was a kid, when I realized this, was Hello Mary Lou by, you know, Ricky Nelson.
Right.
And I was just like, wow, you know, like every single song's about love. Soldier Boy's about love, you know. The Supremes are about love. Ray Charles is about love. All of those songs are about love. And I think it instilled in me this false belief that there is such a thing as romantic love, which kind of derailed my life for about 35 years. But now I'm back, and I made my love album, and I'm ready to do the other work I'm supposed to be doing.
Which is what? Singing.
Which is helping people.
Right, getting back to that theme of unifying and community.
I think we need to pull together as people right now, and if it's blankets for the homeless, or neutering and spaying, or adopting animals, or supporting someone who does adopt animals. Because, for instance, you know, there's a Bible-y thing, and I'm not a Bible-y person because I know King James wrote it and all that, but there's a good line, and it's what you do to the least of you do to me. And I think that you could say yourself. It's like, what I do to the least of the creatures is like what I'm doing to the world, the universe, mankind. Like, if I'm just like acting like animals don't matter, and you know, oh, I got to give my dog an operation, so I'm just going to have him put to sleep, whatever. And so you get another dog, or get a little tiny Pekingese and then decide I don't want it in my purse anymore because it poops, you know. That is not good. And so you see the compassion people have for animals. I think is really growing right now, because in my opinion, there's a bit of a consciousness shift going on in the universe.
Definitely. So
And I think people are attaining, a lot of people are attaining a higher consciousness. I will believe that I don't even believe it, I know it. I see the evidence of it, I talk to other people, everyone else says the same thing, I know it's happening.
So you're optimistic about the future?
Well,
I mean, where do you see yourself going? Like the typical journalist question, like
unwritten.
Down the road, the future's unwritten.
But right now, the future has been scheduled very, very, very seriously and very calculatedly by people in power to end very soon. And I really don't want the future to end. And like I say, you know, I would feel bad for every little creature on the planet if humans destroy their Earth. I will try to prevent that if possible, as I know many of us are. I think we're reaching a real tipping point on the planet right now, and I hope that it all turns out for the best. I think it's words I don't use are good and evil, because they're pejorative terms that mean nothing anymore and are used like by politicians to evil empire and fighting for the good or the moral majority. There's like these like those words have lost their impact. You know, they've been co-opted. But if there could be something called evil, I think it is becoming more and more visible every day. And I think that that's good, because it's when you don't know things that you can't do anything, and when you know things, then you can act.
Okay, great. I think thank you for coming on Open Culture. And
you know, thank you for doing
where do you want to
what
wrap
you
up?
do. I would like to say thank you for doing what you do, because I think journalism, especially guerrilla journalism, underground journalism, or what I would like to call real journalism, is really important right now, and I value what you do too.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and it's been fun hanging out with you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As always.
And we're gonna go see an amazing X concert tonight,
Oh,
folks.
I know, we have to go see X.
Yeah, we gotta go. That's the reason why I meant in the interview.
Bye,
like,
bye,
it's like John's
bye.
gonna get mad.
Yeah, we gotta go. Bye.
Like.